Hey, it's Mike and I'm here in The Sims 4 building a brand new house for Christmas 2014. This is my Christmas cottage build, which is a really awesome 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom cottage for your Sims to spend the holidays in. It's a really nice fantasy-like cottage almost. It definitely doesn't look very realistic, like you wouldn't find this in a typical town or city. It's definitely something you'd find in a more fantasy-like place. Which is really nice. I like that a lot about this house. Of course, the main thing that gives that impression is the awesome curved roofing in this house. All of the roofing in this house is actually curved in some way, and it's really awesome. And that's, of course, all through the ability from The Sims 4 that you can curve the roofing and make it look really nice and awesome. I added a nice veranda around there in the front, and I'm going to do the same thing in the back as well. Adding in some more roofing here. This whole thing took about 3 hours, or no, 2.5 hours total to build the entire house. On Christmas Eve, I actually built this on. And yeah, so I thought I would just do it in this fashion, the speed build fashion, because I was actually running late, or not running late, but I was in a hurry to actually get this done before I had to go to a holiday party, a Christmas party with my family. So I had to do that yesterday, so I didn't have time to actually do the standard time-lapse build that I normally would do at this kind of house, so that's why I did it this way. But, of course, the drawback to that is having a 16-minute video without any sort of, you know, sped up, well, having any, like, entertainment value. This kind of is a little boring, I feel like, to watch a 16-minute video of me building a house, but maybe you'll disagree, who knows. Turning on move objects here so I can place those plants like that. I love move objects. I'm having a really good time with move objects on. I'm having a lot of fun with it. This house I didn't use it so much, but in my next house I'm actually using move objects quite a bit with the counters and the different wall placements and all that sort of thing. It's going to be really awesome to use that in all of my houses. So yeah, I'm continuing adding in some more roofing here and curving it. I love that roof piece because it's really nice and tall and has a really big curve to it. So yeah, adding a chimney there, of course, to make it really nice looking. Now this house was actually based on an image I found on Google. It wasn't actually a real house. It was actually a very, definitely a painted house, like it was painted or drawn in some way. It wasn't a real picture of a real house, but it definitely looks really nice and it looks very similar to that house, but it's definitely not exactly like it. There definitely is a lot more of my style to it that I added into this house. Now I'm adding in some, I'm basically just making the rooms all connect together so it works properly. Adding in the final roof pieces here, just kind of getting that all squared away. Also, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you. Hopefully you had a nice holiday or a nice Christmas day yesterday. Mine was pretty good. I really didn't feel very Christmassy yesterday. I just didn't get into the spirit very much, but this house definitely got me into that spirit on Christmas Eve, that's for sure. Adding in some more walls here. I also fix up the attic here in just a second. Yeah, so this attic can actually be used as a pretty nice kid's bedroom, I think. It's definitely big enough to fit one single bed for a child, but I just felt like doing something a little different and doing a furnished attic. I basically just put in some decor objects from the decoration section of the game, adding in some windows here, and now I'm adding the fireplace and all that stuff. We're going to go into the house in just a few seconds here and do the kitchen up next, which the kitchen turned out really nice, I think. It's a very just traditional dark wood kitchen, and of course there's a very interesting log cabin style to this house on the inside, very interesting and very Christmassy looking. So yeah, that's definitely a cool thing about this house. Adding in some walls here, just splitting up the main room from the bedroom and the bathroom. Adding in a second door to get out to the patio from the bedroom and the kitchen. Just adding in some plants and some more windows, just doing the finishing touches of the outside window placement. Adding in the really cool cabinets. I do change these counters and cabinets in just a few seconds here, and I actually cut that part out because I didn't feel like you needed to see it twice. I love that cool idea with the walls and the spandrel and the pillars, because it looks really nice. It separates the actual stove area from the rest of the kitchen, and it looks really nice. And I did actually move those counters inside, in between the wall with move objects on, of course, which definitely adds a nice, cool touch to the house, a more realistic look, I guess. Adding in a really cool a really cool stove hood that I actually made bigger with that cheat, that size increasing cheat, which is pretty nice. Now I'm adding in this interesting looking island here. I have 2 counters on a nice angle there, and one that's actually at a regular angle. So yeah, nice island there. Just adding in some lights, and I did change the counters there if you noticed that. They went from that really traditional looking counter to that more kind of contemporary traditional, I guess you would call it. Adding in a fridge, and now I'm going to actually add the cabinets in, yeah, right here. Just finishing off the kitchen like that, and then we're going to actually get the wall coverings in just a few seconds here. I'm going to do that. Now we're in the living room picking out the wall covering, which that is not the wall covering I chose, but that is what I have right now. Adding in a couple windows for the front of the house because I'm still not done doing that. Adding in those cool, very Christmassy, very red Christmassy curtains, and changing that flooring, of course, to the hardwood floor, and adding those really nice bright red couches because if it's red, then it's Christmassy. That's what I say. And then, of course, the Christmas tree and the rock wall, which I do delete, but I move it over to that really cool little stove area. I like that a lot. It looks nice and very cabin-like. Of course, those really cool horizontal wooden slat wallpaper looks definitely very cabin-like, and it looks really nice, and I use that throughout the entire house, which is not very big, of course, but it's definitely a nice log cabin feel. Adding in some nice older looking appliances. This is definitely a very old kind of house, so I definitely wanted to go with a more I wanted to use more old style appliances. So you see that old stove and that old looking microwave and the old looking refrigerator and all that stuff. Definitely what I wanted to go for with this house. Adding in that sink, of course, and just doing the finishing touches like lights and of course the garland, because you can't have Christmas without garland. Finishing up this area over here. We're almost done with this room. Well, maybe not, because I do a lot of detailing here. I do add a lot of stuff. Adding in a very small kitchen table. This is definitely not the house for your Christmas entertaining parties and all that sort of thing. It's definitely for a very small getaway from your normal house and living here for the holidays, just getting away from it all. There is no TV in this house. It's very much of a secluded, almost technology-free zone, except for the microwave and all that stuff. It's just a very serene kind of house to live in for the week or for the month. But I'm sure you wouldn't want to live here for more than that, because it's definitely the type of house to just come here for an escape, not for living all the time. Adding in some wreaths and some garland and all that sort of thing. Just placing all those cool objects around like you would normally see in a house, like paintings and whatnot. This is such a boring video, it's not even funny. Yeah, I don't normally post videos this long. I think 17 minutes is pretty long for one of my videos. I normally don't post videos over 10 minutes, but of course sometimes you have to, like when I'm doing a store overview. Oh, and that's actually the holiday speaker. So if you go and download this house on the exchange or the gallery, like you can do today, I actually did place that holiday speaker that you get with the Christmas or the holiday celebration pack that you get for free on the Sims 3, the Sims 4 gallery. You get that for free. You can actually get that speaker, and it's hiding behind the Christmas tree. So if you actually download this house, you can play music from that speaker just by clicking on it, and yeah, that's fun. So you can do that. Adding in some plants, of course, because that's always fun to add. And we're almost done with the decorating here, just adding in some more garland. We're covering this whole house in garland, decking the halls, as it were. And all that sort of thing. And just adding in some, not actually adding in some paintings, just adding in that wreath there. Yeah, we're almost done here, I swear. Adding in some candles and that coat rack and all sort of stuff. I definitely overfilled this house, but you can always delete some objects if you want to, and place your own stuff if you want to do that. Adding in some more lights, of course, because the house is a little dark, but I definitely lit it up pretty well Now I'm in the bathroom, adding in the bathroom fixtures. Definitely just put the basic stuff in here. I didn't go overboard in the bathroom or the bedroom. I just kept it fairly simple. Adding in a plant there, and adding in some more decorations like towels and all that sort of thing. Paintings and stuff. Adding in a window, a nice big window to look into your bathroom, which doesn't really make any sense, but in The Sims 4 it totally works. In the bedroom here, we're adding in a nice big bed and all that sort of thing. It's a fairly small bedroom, which is why I said that you wouldn't live in this house all the time. It's more like a seclusion away from your typical home life. So yeah, it's definitely small, but I'm used to building big houses, so maybe for some players it's not very small, because obviously when you're in The Sims 4, you're starting out in a very small house, so I don't know. I haven't played The Sims 4 very much as far as the actual in-game stuff goes, but I should do that sometime. Adding in some more decorations here. We're very close to being done with the inside here, and then we're going to go upstairs to the attic, just adding a few objects up there and then doing the finishing touches of the landscaping and of course painting the house and all sort of stuff like that. But we're getting very close to the end. Well, 6 minutes anyway, 5 minutes. And we're almost done here, just surveying the area. Now we're upstairs adding in the very random objects from the decoration section of the games. There we go. Adding in some gnomes, because gnomes are always fun. And yeah, just finishing it up with some paintings on the wall. And a rug. And we're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah, there we go. Adding in some more windows here, just some nice decoration windows. Of course, they don't actually lead into any rooms in the house, but they're just there for decoration and just to look nice. And now we're doing a fence in the front here, just making it a little more cut off from the outside. I don't know why I did this, but it looks kind of nice. I kept the landscaping extremely minimal in this house because I was running out of time at this point. I was literally 1 hour out from having to leave the house to go to the Christmas party, so I literally just had to rush through this and get it finished. But yeah, adding in the awesome exterior coverings. I put some nice river stone on the outside as well as that siding with the brick on the bottom. And of course lots of garland, which I actually did increase the size of using that cheat, which is really nice. And then I also made the roofing snow covered, which I took away at first because I wasn't sure if I liked it, but later on in the video I do actually put the roofing back to being that nice white, almost snow looking. It looks like it's snow covered, which definitely looks realistic and adds a nice Christmassy touch to it. Adding in our lights here, I definitely like lighting up the houses in The Sims 4 because the lighting definitely works a lot better as far as the traveling goes. Your light actually does travel along multiple floors, which is definitely very nice to see. And the house definitely looks really nice at night. I actually have the screenshot for the gallery picture. It is at night because it looks really nice and it definitely just makes the house look that much nicer on the gallery. Adding in the final lights up here, and we're almost done with that part of it. Then we're going to get into the landscaping, and we're almost done. 2 minutes away from the screenshots. And like I said, hopefully this video does not bore you to death, because I normally do not post videos this long, but for this video it was kind of required, as I didn't have time to actually do a time-lapse video for this house. Adding in a couple trees, nice pine trees that do not fit at all with the style of the world it's in, but it definitely looks good with this house. But Willow Creek definitely does not have palm trees, or not palm trees, pine trees. Adding in some flowers, of course, because every house has flowers in the wintertime, right? But yeah, it looks fine, I guess. Adding in some nice grass over there, just doing very simple landscaping. Not really filling it up too much because I really didn't feel like it. And we are just about done here, just finishing up adding in the final plants, and as soon as we go into night mode, I will say goodbye to you all. So, yeah, we're almost there. Come on, finish up, finish up. We're almost there. Oh, adding in the dirt, of course. Because I'm so detail-oriented like that, of course, we have to add dirt. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and as always, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you soon with my very last build of 2014. I'm doing a tag team with Spring Sims, and that's going to be really exciting. So see you next time with another Sims 4 house building video, and goodbye.